welcome to another episode of Common Chaos Live with me, Christian Rauchenwald, on this sunny Monday afternoon. I hope you all had a great weekend and a great start into the new week. As always, during Common Chaos Live, I'm going to do my best to answer the questions that you have in the chat and also to answer or reply to some of the comments that other people left on the videos or in the comment section of other videos on my YouTube channel. Before we do that, however, as always, let's get the usual disclaimer out of the way first. Everything that I share in this live stream / video is my personal opinion and in no way financial or professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions, and make your own decisions. With that said, we're going to start today by covering, I think, a few updates. Hi, Bio. Thank you for greeting everyone. Bio is our new moderator, replacing Gabby for now, or not for now, but replacing Gabby due to some creative differences. Let's put it like that. So Bio is here to help out, moderate the chat. Outside of that, I said we're going to start with some updates or things that just we figured out during the last couple of days, especially over the weekend. Then we're going to take a look at the comments that we have in the chat. So scam or sham, no, not scam, sham. You'll have to wait a minute, then I will answer your question as well. And then whatever time we have left, we're going to look into the comments on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to press this magic button here. Where is it? This one. And with that, we should be looking right now at Agorapulse, but I actually wanted to, where do I want to start? Let's check what I have discovered on Reddit recently. First of all, OKX deposits are working now, so that's not big news, but we already saw that. We're going to look into other exchanges in a second. A user from the UK reported that they were able to deposit on BitGet. So if you are a user from the UK, check out, or if you plan to sell or trade Pi, check out BitGet. And there's going to be, I'm going to share a link in a second as well for the list of the hopefully still updated list of exchanges. That's not relevant for this stream. There seems to be some demand. You can see that that's probably from CoinMarketCap or searches on what? On BitGet. So on BitGet, Pi was actually the most searched coin, so not a bad sign. We move from saved. The Gate.io order book is live. We're going to keep that for a second. BitGet has almost 1 million migrated. We're going to look into that in a second as well. Gate.io is an exchange that might work for all US users. Yeah, and that already is set up. So keep that in mind. And the rest is already irrelevant now. Then first, let's check explorepi.info. You can also, I'm going to share the link. You can also check it out when you want. And you'll see that OKX, BitGet, and Gate.io actually already have their own wallets and accounts. And obviously OKX, since it was the first, has the biggest balance so far that got deposited there. But the others are also catching up real quick. You can see there are already 3.1 million coins deposited on the Gate.io or in the Gate.io wallet, 7.1 in BitGet, and almost 60 million in OKX, which is still not a huge amount if we compare it with the 1.6 billion. Where do we have that? Let's check. No migration. Migrated Pi 6 billion and unlocked Pi. Basically, the difference from here should be 1.5. Yeah. Or they are considering the on-chain lockup as well. Yeah. So either way, a little bit more than 1 billion is unlocked, and only 60 million or 70 million so far have made it onto exchange accounts. Now, on Discord, you should, by the way, also check out our Discord server. Bio will not know the link yet, but okay, 1 second, I will grab it real quick. So, there we go. Close this, close that. So, join us on Discord. So this is where we discuss things outside of the streams and videos, yeah, for different projects. And there we had, what am I looking for? There was, we're sharing so much. No, not price, not order book. Call auction. I definitely shared the link to there. Here are the exchanges. So list of exchanges that announced upcoming Pi listing. Yep, so there's another link for you guys. I'm gonna drag that window over in a second. Just need to, there we go. And then this goes here. So it's a growing list. with updates. So Chromatics keeps the list updated, so you can check out this link for which exchanges support Pi, which trading pairs are listed, if deposits are available, if it's restricted. You can see, for example, EU, United States, it's not available on OKX. BitGet seems to be also blocked for United States, but we were saying Gate.io. Okay, there it also says registration for US not possible, but there are links also to status updates and so on. So check out that list if you plan to trade, buy, sell, whatever. Check out that list, yeah. And it's a growing list. You can see it's a long list. Obviously, there are some less known exchanges. There are some bigger exchanges like OKX, MEXC, and so on that are going to list Pi on the 20th or announce that they will list it in general, but without saying that it will be on the 20th. But check out that list. So that should already help a lot of you. Now, additionally, I wanted to, now where did Discord go here? Take a look into, oh no, before we do that, a quick reminder. It's really disappointing. Now, where did I have that? Where did I have that? First of all, this one, yeah. So no, that one we might need, but it's really disappointing. So that Pi network has more than 10 million migrated users alone, but the request on Koinly, I'm gonna just share that, yeah, vote here. So the request on Koinly to actually add support in Koinly has an astonishing 42 votes. Last week when I shared it the first time, it was 37 votes. So since last week, despite mentioning it during the streams as well, only 5 of you voted, yeah. And honestly, if you want to get something out of Pi, and then you're gonna benefit or profit or whatever, yeah. So is it too much to ask to spend basically, let's say 30 seconds to follow that link? If you need to, you can probably log in with Google, as you can see, or Facebook or your GitHub account, and just press the upvote button. With that, even if you are not using Koinly, even though I think it's the best portfolio tracker out there, especially for those of us that live in countries that also require us to pay taxes. In fact, to the extent that I even made an entire video about it. So another link, what is Koinly? Yeah, I know I'm spamming you with links today, but yeah. So even if you're not using Koinly, there are millions of people out there that live in countries where they will have to pay taxes on their crypto gains. So everybody in Europe, everybody in the US, and for sure also some Asian countries. And Koinly is one of the top solutions out there. I've been using it for years. I'm happy with it. And so even if you are not using it, help all other pioneers by following that link, use your Google account or whatever to sign in and upvote here. Because if this gets enough votes, then the Koinly team will integrate the Pi network blockchain. And that does not only help other users that are using Koinly, but it actually also helps you, because once there is a Pi network integration, everybody that's using Koinly already but hasn't heard of Pi network might then notice the project as well and maybe jump on board as well. Yeah, so please go and vote. Yeah, that really, I would consider it a favor. I'm taking the time to answer the questions that you have and share information with you. I think it's not too much to ask that you take the 30 seconds, 1 minute, go there, log in with Google, smash the upvote button, yeah. And if you want to know more about Koinly, check out the video that I shared. It covers how it works, how it looks, what it does, and it also has a sign up link for Koinly itself that then gives you a lifetime 10 or 20% discount, yeah. So, but just to clarify, Koinly itself is free up to a certain transaction amount, and you only need to pay if you either exceed the transaction limit or if you use it for your tax declaration, yeah. So if you just use it as a portfolio tracker and you are not trading, I don't know, thousands of transactions per week or year or whatever, then you can use it for free for a very, very long time and keep track of how much you actually made with crypto or how much you lost, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to throw in between. And then we wanted to jump into the Gate.io order book real quick that we had, which is interesting. No, that was that. There's the order book. Are you opening somewhere? Okay. Oh, it's already open. And then on top of that, we actually can also quickly, just as to refresh the memory of those that already watched and to explain it to those that didn't know that yet. So while on OKX, you can already see the order book, which is basically, if we reduce the decimals, you can see that there are 122 Pi already listed for sale. You cannot buy them right now. It just shows you what other people are willing to sell for. Yeah. So there are 122 Pi for sale for $1.70 per Pi. So for a total amount of $200. But you can see that the biggest amount is actually right now, for example, here for $1. Yeah, there are 2,400 Pi listed for a total amount of $2,400. So that's currently the biggest position, whereas there's also a relatively big position at 50 cents. Obviously, this will still change in the next couple of days until the opening happens on the 20th, where there will also be a live stream. Check out the main channel page of my YouTube channel. The live stream is already scheduled, and enable the notifications so you don't miss it. So we're gonna live stream during the exchange launch, and which is interesting because here you can already see, so on Gate.io, you can already see the current pending orders and the different volume. Obviously, that they are not set in stone. Every user could cancel their order and submit it again at a different price or whatever until the exchange actually launches. This is just like extra information for curiosity. Yeah? Note, however, that there is no single order or sell order for $314,000 per Pi. Yeah? So and there is a total of right now only a couple thousand Pi listed. So maybe that's what, 2,700, 5,000, 6,000, maybe there's 7,000, 8,000 Pi listed as sell orders. So not a lot, but nothing higher than $1.70, yeah, and per Pi. On the contrary, while Gate.io already shows the order book, yeah, with OKX, it will work a little bit different. They will have a so-called call auction. We already discussed that before, but I just want to summarize it again for those that haven't heard it. So on OKX, for the first hour, people will be able to submit their orders, but the orders will not be executed directly. And then for the last 5 minutes of that hour, people can submit new orders, but cannot cancel or change them anymore. And then when the hour is up, then basically OKX checks what opening price would result in most of the orders being fulfilled. Yeah, so that's how it works, and that will then be the starting price. So watching OKX will probably be what we do during the live stream, because I like the idea of the call auction, where we then have, maybe we get to see the submitted orders, maybe we don't, but we then have a starting point that's based on what most people would, or the starting price that would fit most people's orders. Yeah. So if one person says, I want 1 million per Pi, but the majority of users is somewhere at $5 per Pi, then it would be around $5 per Pi. So we don't get a skewed picture based on orders in an order book, but we get the exact starting price that fulfills most of the orders, so makes most people happy based on the orders that they submitted. Yeah, that's that. So with that, we have that covered. So we can close this. We don't need this for now. That we jump in later for a second. So that we get later. Now, time for the comments. So yeah, Shams asks, is it prohibited to exchange Pi for fiat or cryptocurrencies? Yes, it's prohibited until we reach the open mainnet, which happens on the 20th of, didn't want to close that. On the 20th of February, so in 3 days. And as I said, if you go to the main channel, then you see upcoming live streams. I'm gonna just copy the link. Irina already shared it, yeah? So don't miss this here. Click on the link. Don't have to do it right now, can do it after the stream. And then there's a notify button, or even if you go to the channel, there's the notify button. So I'll go live half an hour before the exchange listing, and then we'll stay online for maybe an hour or two total, depending on how much trading volume there is, how everything develops, how many people are watching and asking questions and so on. But yeah, so right now, to again answer that, right now it is prohibited to exchange Pi for fiat or cryptocurrencies. Once the open network launches on the 20th, it will be allowed. Yeah, so if you are itching to sell your Pi or so, you'll just have to wait 3 more days and you can do that. Alvi Kola, welcome. If Pi will have some marketplaces inside of the mainnet, it doesn't mean that will be one stable price within the mainnet. Well, yes, no. So the thing is that, yeah. So right now, if you are willing to sell me your phone and you say it's 100 Pi and I agree with you, then and your phone is worth $1,000, then we agreed on $10 per Pi, yeah. And then if I'm selling my headphones and they are worth, I don't know, $50, and I say I want to have 100 Pi, so it's $20 per Pi, and somebody else agrees with it, we would have different values. I bought something for you for $10 per Pi, but I sold something for $20 per Pi. Yeah. But the moment we have an exchange listing will be the moment where you have the central or the price that is basically the accurate price based on different exchanges. Just like with Bitcoin, if you look on Binance, so if we look USD, it's 69,232. If you look on Bybit, it's actually, what's that, $13 less, yeah? So if you look here, it's actually almost $100 less, because obviously we have to consider bid and ask. So how much you get when you sell versus how much you pay when you buy, there's always a small difference, yeah? And the moment there's even an Upbit, the latest reported price is even 4,000 higher, although they don't have a lot of volume, blah, 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 yeah? But the moment Pi will be listed on exchanges, this page on CoinMarketCap will have the reported price. And then obviously, even if you have a marketplace in the app, then people would regularly update their prices there to match whatever the current rate is for Pi. Yeah. Maybe one of the apps will even offer you to just enter how much you want in fiat, and it will then show you the Pi price update or the how much in Pi based on the current market rate, or updated every 5 minutes or so. Yeah. But right now it's pure speculation, or not speculation. Right now it depends on each individual what you agree on, and once the exchange listing happens, there will be an official value. Yeah. And then sure, you can agree with somebody to charge more, but why would he give you more Pi? When he knows, or why would he overpay when he knows that the official value would be much lower, yeah, or vice versa. So yeah, that's what actually is the crucial part. So even though it's not so much about Pi it is so much about Pi trying to establish an ecosystem where you can use your Pi and where we have enough use cases for those Pi coins. But the moment we have an official price that is established based on the trading on an exchange or multiple exchanges, it also makes it easier to use Pi in marketplaces, because no matter what you want to buy or sell, you will have an easy way of seeing, okay, does that match the official value of Pi, or are you overpaying, or are you making a steal because the vendor is selling it too cheap? Yeah. So that's that. Yeah. Marco Miklic, welcome again. Nice to see you again. Yeah, greetings from Germany to Barbados. I guess the weather is better where you are than here, although we also have sun, but it's probably like, I don't know, 3 degrees outside. And yeah, with that, before we continue the whole Pi journey, yeah, so there are going to be a lot of comments about Pi, and maybe today we'll have a little bit of overtime in the stream because I want to also cover some comments I said. But before we do that, I actually wanted to remind you of something else. I know right now Pi is all the, yeah, not hype or rage, but we've waited years to get here. The exchange listing is imminent, and therefore people are curious, how much is it going to be valued on the open market? How is the listing going to go? Is the price going to shoot up? Is it going to plummet? Yeah. But we shouldn't forget, or you shouldn't forget, there are also other apps out there that allow you to earn crypto, and some of them are already on the market for quite a long time. So for example, Coinly, I'm just going to share the entire playlist right now, and then I'm actually going to push this magic button here, and we're going to quickly jump into Coinly. Yeah, Coinly is a great app in its way, because it works with your location data, and then you basically mine the location. You can also enable auto explore. It doesn't cost you anything, so it has paid plans as well where you mine faster, but overall you can just use it for free. For example, we have a spare Android phone that's there on a shelf that just has Coin running day in, day out, and every time you mine a spot, you can also, if you want to, manually clear it by playing a mini game. Not saying that that's worth it, or you can just wait and it clears automatically again after some time. And you see every time you mine a tile, you earn some coins. So in this case, 0.34. It's not a lot, but still, yeah. And every time you reach 10,000 coin, you can redeem those coins for $5 worth of XYO token, yeah. If XYO token are cheap right now, you get more XYO token. If they're expensive, you get less. So this is the perfect app, in my opinion, especially for people that are driving a lot. Doesn't matter if on the bicycle or in a car, or maybe you work as a, I don't know, bus driver, Uber driver or something. The more you move, the less you have the issue that a tile has already been mined and that you have to wait, yeah. The more coin you earn, the more often you get your payout. Now, you will not get rich with this, yeah, most likely, unless you are, as said, a full-time truck driver. But it's still a great app because, as said, for every 10,000 coin you reach together, you actually end up getting $5 worth of XYO. And if we look at CoinMarketCap again and XYO, you can see it's around 1.5 cents right now. Doesn't really matter because, again, 10,000 points, you get roughly $5 worth of XYO. Yeah? And those you can then either collect or you can sell them if you want. Personally, I've been collecting them for some time and I got to sell some here for around $500-600 pure profit just from having a phone laying there. Yeah. Again, it's not for a Lamborghini or something, but definitely something you should check out. It's not a great app for everyone, yeah, because the app needs to run in your foreground. So it makes sense if you have a spare phone. It makes sense if you, I don't know, work the whole day at the office and you can put your phone to the side and just have Coin app running and the charger plugged in or so, yeah. And if you might make, I don't know, like let's say, if we don't consider increases in price for the token or so, you might make like $50-60 per year. So if it would be stable value, of the token, which is not a big fortune. But again, it's like another app that is legit, that is listed on Coinbase, among other things. You can see XYO is listed on Coinbase, KuCoin, Gate.io, and so on, Crypto.com, and doesn't require any investment. And the more you move, the better, the more you can earn. So if you're moving a lot, you can make way more than $50 per year. But if you just have a phone that's basically laying around, maybe your old phone that you didn't sell yet or so, then let Coin app run on it, and in the background, let some bandwidth sharing apps run on it, and voila, you have your $100-200 extra every year in crypto from different projects. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because while I love Pi Network and it's the core of the channel, a lot of the content is about Pi Network, but I also felt like it's time to again remind you that there are other projects out there as well. And like at the end of the day, I want Pi Network to succeed, but even if it fails, even if it were to fail, it's not the end of the world, because at the end of the day, if we have 10 different projects, 100 different projects, all we need is one that really succeeds. We need one project that gets really big and it's life-changing. Yeah. Anyway, moving on from Coin app back to Pi. What about Unverified Pi? I haven't read anything about this. Yeah. Magic button. Let's circle back here, mainnet. Yeah. Don't get discouraged by the numbers you see. As you see, my Pi are pretty much unverified. Yeah. Unverified Pi, it's basically simply about the calculation, because there are two options. Yeah, 1 second, I just need to drink something. So every time, so you have security circle members, yeah, and every time you press the mining button, and then your security circle members are also mining, and on top of that you have referrals, yeah. Now I have to imagine, I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can, but it might sound a little bit confusing, yeah? So let's say it's now 5 p.m. and I press my mining button, and you in my security circle, but you already pressed it as 4 p.m., yeah? which means that technically, unless tomorrow at 4 p.m. you instantly press the button again, for my 24-hour mining session, you are only active for 23 hours because your session started an hour earlier than mine, yeah? Which means the bonus that I get from you, I only get for 23 hours, yeah? Now you have 5 security circle members, maybe you have, I don't know, no referrals, 10 referrals, 1,000 referrals, yeah? And for each of them, the time during your 24-hour mining session, so the period where you get the bonus from each individual security circle member and referral will be different because they don't start their mining session exactly at the same time as you do, yeah? And before they press the button again, there might be, whatever, 5 minutes, 5 hours, yeah? So all of those Pi that you get as a bonus from security circle and referrals are unverified for now, yeah? Now, the problem is, as you can imagine, as I just explained, because the sessions are not exactly identical and overlapping, it's super complex to properly calculate how many Pi exactly did you get from this security circle member, or from this one, or from this one, or from this referral, yeah? And then look up, did that person pass KYZ? So that would then become transferable balance, or did they not? And it would then eventually, after they missed the grace period and so on, would then slowly become forfeited balance, yeah? So there are 2 options. Either the core team does the proper calculation, which means literally for every single mining session that you had, they have to check all your security circle members and all your referrals. What overlap was there? What kind of bonus did you get? How much did you earn from each user? Did that user pass KYZ? And then sum it up, which is with millions of user accounts and accounts that have, a bunch. So each account has security circle members at least. But then on top of that, accounts with a lot of referrals, like mine, for example, it's an insanely complex calculation. That would be one way, which means it would take time for them to figure out how to do it and how to then best run that whole calculation. Probably similar to the migrations, where every day a couple of users get migrated. It wouldn't probably also do it every day for a couple of users, those calculations are done. Or the simple solution would be, although not necessarily the fair solution, would be, okay, if you have 100 referrals and 50 passed KYZ, you simply get 50% of the bonus that you earn from your referrals, yeah? If you have 5 security circle members and 3 of them passed KYZ, you get 60% of the bonus that you earn from them. That would be the simple calculation. That would be super easy and straightforward. Either way, I'm not sure which route the core team is going to go. If they go the super detailed and correct way, which is going to be really complicated and probably going to take them still some time to figure out, or if they will decide, no, we'll have to simplify this because otherwise we'll never get that done. And yeah, and once that's done, so once the core team actually runs the calculations, no matter if it's the simplified one or the super accurate one, you will then see how much of your Pi, or some or all of your unverified balance will then become transferable balance, yeah? If you know that every security circle member that you have and every referral that you have passed KYZ, then 100% of what's currently unverified will move to transferable. And if you don't know that, so if you have no idea how many of those passed KYZ, then you also have no idea how much of the bonus you will get, yeah? Or even if you would know, if you have 5 referrals and 5 security circle members, but you know one single user didn't pass KYZ, then you cannot guesstimate how much you will get transferable because you don't know exactly how many of the unverified balance did you get from that one user. Was he active during every of your mining sessions or not, and so on, yeah? But yeah, I hope that answers the question. So the long story short here is we'll simply have to wait, yeah, until the core team will run the calculations for this. And they will do this probably at a later point when more users are actually KYZ verified and migrated, because it's such a complex calculation. If they do it in a detailed way, which I would expect, to be honest, they probably will do it when more users are already past KYZ at least, and maybe even migrated, so that it's in quotes worth the effort, yeah? Before that, they probably might finish the whole migration logic to fully automate the migrations. I mean, they already automated to some extent, but you know, like they also still have to work on KYZ for minors. So KYZ with parental consent. And I think those things will have priority, which is also not bad because it reduces how much Pi is in circulation, and which automatically has or should have a positive impact on the value. And if they then do it not for all users at once, but they basically just randomly pick whatever, 1,000 users, 1,000 users, 1,000 users, and then migrate those extra coins, then it would slowly bring that extra amount of Pi into circulation, which also wouldn't be that bad. That about that. Main screen. So technically we're at the end of our stream, but I at least want to maybe get in 1 or 2 comments. That's probably on a short about Pi. Yeah, that's already an old short when Pi was not sellable. They blocked millions from trading on exchanges. I don't know what this user is talking about. Nobody's blocked. So, and in fact, we can see in real time how exchanges are getting onboarded, how users are depositing there. That JJ, if you are curious about potential price, I would recommend that you check out last week's episodes from Wednesday, Thursday, and or Friday. I think we covered the price discussion there on all 3 streams and relatively long, so like 10-15 minutes each episode. So I won't get into that today anymore because technically, it's already the end of the stream. I don't want the streams to be too long. And if we jump into that now, I don't get to answer comments. But feel free or ideally join on Wednesdays or not. So today's Monday, Tuesday, 18th, night, Thursday. Thursday. So anyway, Irina already shared the links, so not this one. But feel free to set the reminder for the link that Irina shared earlier. So I'm gonna actually, I cannot do that. Bio, if you can you set Irina's message as a pinned message and just replace the one that I pinned if you can. If not, it's also okay. But bookmark that stream, then we'll see how it launches and then the speculation is over, What's that? That's a video about getting scammed. Okay, to open Pi browser, Google and face verification must be added. Otherwise, scammers easily detect phrases. I think it doesn't matter if it's face or biometric since they can easily exit it once they have the master key, which is your passphrase. 100%. The obviously Face ID on your phone to unlock your wallet or Touch ID or whatever it's called on Android. It's not a security feature; it's a convenience feature. So you don't have to enter or look up and copy your passphrase every time. So it does not protect your passphrase in any extra way. Also last week, almost every day of the week, we covered how to keep your passphrase secure. So if you're wondering about that, check out those episodes as well. I made a new wallet since I was a victim of this website hack and migrated some coins to the wallet, but this wallet is still locked up until March. How do I recover my old wallet and transfer the old coins that is migrated to the old wallet to my OKX? Well, if your old wallet got cleaned out, then no way to recover. Obviously, if somebody gets access to your passphrase and they clean out your wallet, the coins are gone. If you still have locked up coins that are locked up till March, then you'll have to wait till March. Then at the exact moment the coins unlock, try to quickly send them to your new wallet. However, it is possible, or try to quickly send them to the deposit address for OKX. But however, it's possible if the scammers use a fully automated script that basically the second they unlock, they already get stolen as well. Sucks. I'm sorry to read those comments when people got hacked or not hacked, but got scammed. But it's a lesson learned. Just make sure when you created the new wallet that you also, as shared in the video about being scammed, that you also update your mainnet checklist so that future migrations go to your new wallet, and then keep your passphrase secure in the future. This is not helpful. Sorry that the video didn't help you. Xilexine, maybe provide more feedback. What exactly is not helpful? The video, in my opinion, covers everything about what you should do if you lost your passphrase. But transferable balance, but I can't transfer it. That's the other topic. So when you look into, switching here for a second again, when we look into the balance section, we also have transferable balance. And there is a transfer button that just doesn't do anything. It just takes you to the checklist, which basically is also either the whole migration thing will be completely automated, that whatever once per week, every 2 weeks, or whatever your Pi that are transferable get migrated, or the team will probably make it in a way that you can manually then press the transfer button. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, check back after. Yep, exactly. So yeah, then that's a common question about the lockup. Obviously, if you locked up your coins, it means that you personally picked, when you filled out the mainnet checklist, you picked a lockup of 3 years and 100%. And that lockup is then locked in, and yeah, like it's a lockup, so you obviously cannot. It's already pinned. Maybe Arena pinned it, yeah. But thank you, Bio. Yeah, so it always shows up as pinned, yeah. But yeah, so if you pick the lockup, it's a lockup. It would not be a lockup if you could just change your mind 2 weeks later, yeah. And as much as I hate to say it, but everybody that is frustrated with the 3-year lockup pretty much just rushed through the mainnet checklist and did not pay attention to this page that literally explains how it works and locked it in, yeah. Peter says with a maximum supply of 100 billion, the price will be 1 to 10 cents. I disagree, because while the maximum supply is relevant, the circulating supply is, at least in the beginning, much more important. And the circulating supply is an astonishing 1.6 billion or so. And even out of that circulating supply, there are coins that most likely are already lost. So I'm going to circle back here 1 second. So if we look at Explorer Pi, you can see when you check the migration activity, I think it was, yeah, that so there is like 280 million Pi that are already unlocked but have not been claimed yet. So once the lockup is done, you still have to claim them and basically release them into your wallet. And that basically are unclaimed Pi that could have already been unlocked for a year. So we have a theoretical circulating supply of around 1.6 billion or so. And out of that, there's also 0.3 billion that are potentially lost. There's another 0.2 billion that are on-chain lockup. So the initial lockup was over, but people put them on the on-chain lockup. So in a long term, for sure, the 100 billion are an important factor. But there it also depends how many new Pi are, in quotes, mined every month. Yeah, the mining rate gets lower and lower, and so if the whole 100 million supply only would be in circulation in 50 years from now, yeah. So either way, so I'm not saying that your price prediction might be wrong. I'm also not saying that I agree with it. I'm just saying that the total supply is only one of a lot of different factors that will influence the price. And I personally don't believe there is any point in price speculations, because we see in 3 days. It's not like it's in 3 months or in an unknown date. We will literally see in 3 days what the market says is the value of Pi. And yeah, so no point in arguing or discussing it. But again, like, so my core point is just there are more factors that influence it, and just focusing on the total supply ignores a lot of other aspects. Yeah. Anyway, do we have, yeah, so that's the last thing we're going to answer today, because I also start to lose my voice. Yeah, the unverified pioneers have until February 28th to complete KYZ, correct? Then once X percentage of verified pioneers has been reached, the Pi rewards earned will become transferable and then migrate, right? Not sure. Until then, the untransferable, or actually unverified balance and unconverted Pi rewards will continue to be listed as unverified Pi. I think those are completely independent things, because the KYZ grace period is basically, if you didn't do your KYZ till then, if your account is already older than 6 months, then any coins that you earned that are older than 6 months will be forfeited. Yes, then whatever, if you're already mining for 3 years, but you did not do KYZ or whatever else is in the mainnet checklist still required of you, then basically you will lose all the coins that are older than 6 months. Yeah. So that's one aspect of it. And for new users, it's obviously when you sign up, you have basically 6 months total, although there are intervals for how long you have to complete KYC and so on. But when you sign up, you see it in the app, you see a countdown and so on, that you have to do KYC and then work your way through the migration checklist. Yeah. However, in order to submit KYC, you have to, as a new user, first complete 30 mining sessions, which means if you press your button in the app every day, from the day you sign up, 30 days later or 31 days later, you will be able to submit your KYC application. And then you technically still have 5 months to get whatever issues are sorted out. Yeah? But for existing users where the account as of February 28 is already older than 6 months, if they did not complete KYC and work their way through the migration checklist, they will simply start to lose the Pi that are older than 6 months, and that then moves forward day by day. So on the 28th of February, you lose everything that's older 28th of February minus 6 months. On the 1st of March, you lose everything that's older 1st of March minus 6 months, and so on until you get it sorted out. Yeah. And the unverified balance we covered earlier, once the team gets to that either simple calculation or accurate calculation, will eventually get the unverified balance slowly migrated. I don't think it's a huge priority because it will just add additional supply, whereas it first, in my opinion, is more important to get more individual users migrated. So I rather see first that another 10 million users get migrated than that the existing 10 million get more Pi. Yeah, I know everybody that is already migrated cannot wait to get more migrated, but I think for the project, for the worldwide adoption and so on, it makes more sense to focus on getting more users migrated. Yeah. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna push this button, and then last but not least, let's ask the magic 8-ball. Unfortunately, you will have to trust me because I cannot hold it in a way that you will see the answer. You can see that the thing spins, yeah, so I cannot hold it like this. But let's ask the magic 8-ball, will Pi be a success? So, will Pi be a success? It is certain. So the 8-ball things, again, unfortunately, I cannot show it to you. Or maybe I can. 1 second. We're gonna improvise here, yeah, so you guys know that I'm not cheating you. There you go. So you can see the 8-ball says it is certain. Yeah, that was the 8-ball's answer to will Pi be a success. Well, that's a neat workaround. So we did that, and with that, wrong button. There we go. Sorry for the many transitions. I'm going to say thank you for stopping by. Please feel free to share this live stream as well with other people in your community so that might have the same answers. More importantly, I'm really looking forward to see you all on Thursday, on the 20th, for the launch. Again, the link is in the pinned comment or pinned message in the chat. And it would really be great if we have a huge event there with a lot of people celebrating the launch of Pi and seeing how it develops. Even if you don't plan to buy or sell your coins, I also will not sell or buy, maybe, I don't know, depends on which exchange I can use and so on, yeah. But still, I'm looking forward to that event. Bio, thanks for doing a great job moderating and sharing stuff in between. Great to have you here. Great to finally work with you together on all of this as well. And everyone else, thanks for stopping by. I wish you all a pleasant rest of the day, and then see you all either in our Discord community in one of my videos or tomorrow, same time, same place for another episode of Comment Chaos Live. Till then, bye-bye.